All right, so I'm getting this message that somebody might have put a spell on you, or maybe you're doing some spell work right now to become more successful. There seems to be an exorcism going on. Somebody's able to use their authority in the spirit realm to remove these demons that have tried to attach themselves to you. They're being expelled from your life. It's almost like this is what the spell is, to expel poverty or demons of sickness, whatever the case may be, where they're trying to limit you in some way. If the spell is success, then they're going to get rid of whoever it was that was inhibiting your success. This could also be due to a phobia, some sort of irrational fear that's been holding you back. Something that's happened to you since you were, since before you were even conceived. Maybe this could have something to do with consumption. Maybe being afraid that that something's going to consume you, or that you're going to be consumed in some way. Yeah, like maybe somebody here has had this irrational fear of parasites, whether it be a real physical thing or a psychological, spiritual, energetic thing is still playing out to be your reality. If that's the case, something that's definitely keeping you up at night, and it's got you kind of like looking over your shoulder. Maybe you've had personal experiences that give you reasons to behave this way, but it's still coming off as being a PTSD. Like whatever the situation is over. That's something to deal with when it happens again, if it happens again, but to not, invite those sort of fear-based energies into your life. I feel like this is what's being expelled right now. Whoever this is has the authority to cast out demons. So this person is very much of the light. This person has no association whatsoever with darkness. They're completely free in their mind, body, and soul. It's something really important and specific about their speech. Maybe it's the speed that they speak, or the fact that they're not afraid to speak their mind. Maybe this person, because of the amount of authority they have, people are calling this person a demon, because they're just saying there's no way that someone can live with this much fearlessness. You must be, according to their irrational way of thinking, you must be one of them. So I definitely feel like it's your emotional intelligence that's going to move you into the next chapter of your life. What's going on after these demons are expelled, whatever the case may be, whatever has been burdening you and limiting you in some way is going to be lifted. This burden is going to be lifted, or it might just become weightless. So you still have to deal with whatever it is you were dealing with. Is just going to get much easier. Because I feel like there's some value here in this situation. Like you're going through a process where you're going to have to learn. Like you have to, I feel like whatever you're doing is going to have some sort of a hold in traditional values. So it's important that you learn what is actually going on industry. Even if it's maybe some of these things are might be considered bad experiences, it's still part of your experience, and just learning from your mistakes is what's important here. Yeah, you're definitely getting better. I'm definitely seeing some improvement here. Maybe you just started. Maybe you just started this journey, but there's a message to look back over what you've done, or maybe take a second look at your life, evaluate your situation again. I feel like you might realize that it actually hasn't been as long as maybe you perceived it to be. And there's something that you're overlooking that I feel like has some significance in this situation. Something about this journey here and this phase. If you're going without right now, there's something about this energy that's extremely valuable in the next situation that you're going to be in. Like, you're going to be able to pull so much inspiration from this situation. Almost like a journal, like somebody writing in a journal. Like, you don't write in a journal and then rip out the pages. Or maybe some people do. But generally, people write in a journal to remember and reflect over those days, and it inspires them and encourages them and motivates them. But if this is a metaphor, then it's like you don't write just for the sake of it. It is for your health, but it's all these experiences are very important, and like that you might be tested on it at some point. Like, to wrap yourself in yourself, wear your skin almost. Like, clothe yourself in your love. Okay, so the energy that wants to cling to you, this is what they can't do. And I feel like that's what you're going to be learning. To love yourself better, or at all. If you felt like these entities were clinging to you, or if they felt like they were you, or they could relate on a level that you just weren't comfortable connecting on, it's because they don't love themselves, and they sense that you have some love in your heart, and that's just what they're trying to feed off of. But that belongs to you. That love belongs to you, and there's a message here to keep on loving yourself. Don't give that up to anybody, no matter what. You're not being stingy by loving yourself. I feel like they're trying to make you feel like you don't owe them anything. And also, like, they feel like they're protecting you because they're so close to you. They're clinging to you like an outfit, and they're trying to make it seem like these clothes that you wear are protecting you in some way. But that's just not true. They're trying to get even closer than is physically possible, and just hopefully confusing you and disguising intentions, trying to buy you out, entice you with money. But it's not really about the money. It's what money is being used to do, and you can do without. This is for some people. I feel like this is for specific ears, because I'm seeing some people go their separate ways when it comes to the money talk. Like, somebody wants to manifest by any means, and if there's any messages to just let it go and don't try so hard and assume that it's already happened, and it's like, well, that's not good enough for me. Like, you just want, or somebody is just wanting. And no matter how many times this person is told, when they let go, that's when that thing that they want is going to just appear. So don't worry about it. Everything's going to work out. Not just because, you just need to be told something to help you relax, but it's literally going to work out. And there's a lot going on right now. I feel like all the pieces are going to add up. I feel like it's not just one situation here. Everything is coming together simultaneously, including your enemies experiencing the judgment that they deserve. Because I feel like they caused you some harm by clinging to you the way they cling to you. It limited you in some way. Yeah, these people are definitely wicked. They didn't allow you to rest. And somebody might have been getting sick because of this fatigue. Somebody betrayed you in some way. Tried to cause a rebellion in your life. Constantly tell you to look at things that don't have anything to do with your life. Like, they really were being a distraction to you. But I feel like you definitely got through that. And you were saved like as if a member on the ark. You're going to face their judgment and you're going to start a new life. And I'm hearing like it's not necessarily something that you need to start over, but you're going to continue in your life. Like, you're not going to skip a beat, whereas these people are dying to their sins, dying because of their sins. And then we get under again. So there's a young child that's being possessed, that has been possessed. Maybe somebody who was very sick and in need of help. Or maybe somebody who was causing trouble or trying to get you caught up. Yeah, this person is definitely suffering. I'm seeing this person is suffering. It's something wrong with their spirit. Something they did on a spiritual realm that's unforgivable. And they're going to suffer because of that. This person could also be mentally a child. Mentally young. And whatever they did, I feel like they did it continuously. So let me just get the charger here. Here we go. So there could be something here about being charged. Yeah, like almost like these people are dying to their sins. Like, they're not going to have the opportunity to whatever they did, it ran out their clock. And I feel like whatever you're doing is like, you're definitely going to get your charge, and you're just going to keep on going, moving forward. You're not going to be stopped or interrupted in any way. When your enemies might have been sitting back, just waiting for you to fail. Moving the ark. That's what we get. We're talking about you being in the ark. Something's going on. It's definitely a new chapter. And like, you can kind of relax right now, because you know that whatever it was that was building up is over. Because it was probably getting really loud and rowdy. These demons were just kind of boiling over, and you finally took your rightful position as a member of Christ's body. You're the one that survives. So it's just a message here to stay close to God and his everlasting love, because that's what's going to recharge you. Something about a vineyard. Maybe somebody's getting married or having a glass of wine. Or maybe somebody enjoys a glass of wine. Spirit of their own. Let's see. Somebody's definitely facing their judgment. Because I feel like what the message was, that you cared a lot about whoever it was that was bothering you, and you just kept giving them chance after chance to get better. But at the end of it, had a plan. And he gave you instructions on what to do. You follow his instructions, and then when he tells you it's time to go, that's what you do. It's not anymore trying to heal these people or save these people. Someone says, I wish I could share my food with you. I feel like from their end, they really feel like you're missing out. But that with their poisonous. And also, like, they know, maybe it has to do with this wine. They know that what they're doing is they need to slow down and do much less of it. But they're like, any day now or maybe tomorrow, there's some procrastination here, that they don't want to get saved, even though they admit that you are saved or that what you're doing is God. They're just like, well, I'm just going to enjoy my glass of wine or whatever it is they're consuming that's poisonous. Maybe just any type of alcohol. Somebody regrets taking whatever it was, that first shot or whatever it was that got them hooked. It's too late to blame the substance because it's leading to death. Like, it's too late to say I'm sorry. Their actions have added up and accumulated, and this is just the wages of their sin is death. And it's just nothing to feel sorry about. They compromise their beauty. And the way that other people see them is like people see them as being weak, and you just got the swan. People see them as not having self-control, etc. And it's just really nowhere they can go from that, from where they are in this situation. Maybe this is what somebody needed to hear. Like, you don't even have to spend any time wondering what's going on with these people. You're the star in the situation. It's kind of like we're on to a next scene. The next scene, they don't make it into the sequel. This could have been a relationship, a toxic relationship. But I'm also saying, like, you and this other person is kind of going down the same path. Like, somebody, you and this person you're meeting up with was also in a toxic relationship. That's what I'm getting. It could be a Gemini, or maybe you're both Geminis. How you're going to find this person. He spends lots of time with you. Maybe this is somebody you already know. This could be a coworker. And his body language mimics you. So it's definitely a twin flame. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely being prepared for something great here. Something amazing is happening. And because the process is so slow, you might not realize just how much momentum you've got going at this point. Like, you might have been climbing up a hill all this time. And then once you reach that peak, it being downhill, it just makes things so much easier. How you can flow. Like, someone is natural at this. Someone's a natural born leader. And also something about you being in unison with this partner. Or maybe you and this partner were some type of narcotics or some type of addiction. Maybe you guys met in rehab or something like this. Or you met at we fell in love in is it broken place? We fell in love in a forget the song by Rihanna. Maybe you guys fell in love at a place where there was no love or something. But I feel like you're gonna make it through this, or you're already on the boat at this point. You've already passed whatever the situation is that was inhibiting you. Like, you've been sober and you're on to the next step. Next phase of life is just being alive and loving life and existing in this space. And grateful. And also that you can appreciate the fact that you went through hell. Like, I feel like you're never going to get bored with just being sober or just being alive. It's not like, oh my God, I can't relax. I can't settle down. I need something to do. Like, you already know you did the work. Maybe somebody has like some anxiety with cleaning. Like, I gotta clean. Something about a poor man and a rich man. Maybe reading up on that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Or someone's reading that book. Like, it feels like there's some anxiety on trying to get revenge for something that happened in the past. Like, maybe somebody's going to develop, or it feels like they're in a stronghold of a cleaning addiction or something, like an obsession or OCD or something, because of something that you weren't able to control the environment. And so just to prove to yourself that things are better, you become obsessive in the opposite direction. Like, obsessively sober. I feel like you're going to be fine. Maybe you're going through some treatment. You're going to get some treatment for this. But it's almost like you don't even have to mourn for the death of your old self, because you are doing that. Old you is still with you. You were healed. Okay. Something about your spiritual body being healed. And also like your anger and your fear washing away as God has compassion on you. It's like there's no mistake about it. Whatever you did in your life was cause for you to end up in the same position as these people who are being broken down right now. They're being broken down under the shit by something, the words that was on their lips or the way they spoke. They're constantly like, or maybe you were one of them and you were healed, you were saved, you were rescued. You're a child of God. So it was never up for debate whether or not you were going to be healed or saved. You just belong to God and he's coming for his own. And also that the people who are lost, the people who refuse, they belong to Satan. And it's not even like a person at this point. We're talking about their demons belong to the devil. So just let that work itself out. Detach from them completely. Okay, brothers and sisters, we do not want you to be uninformed about those who sleep in death. Yeah, don't grieve. They chose that life, and they chose that death.